How's it going, everyone? Nova the Nautical here. And you know, many of us furries have recently been holed up in our homes given the current state of the world. It's been difficult waiting for some stroke of good news to hit us. Well, personally, whilst being tied up at home, I've had many good and bad things happen to me. Not to dwell on the bad or anything, but it's been a whole lot of... But hey, during this time of uncertainty, I became a furry. Good life decision, to be completely honest. I recommend it. Enough about Nova's nautical life problems, though. Now on to today's topic of art. More specifically, art in the furry fandom. Art can take on a variety of forms, whether it be physical hand-drawn art with pen and paper, digital art using programs like Metabang or Krita. As a matter of fact, art doesn't necessarily have to be fully based on drawing either. It can also be in the practice of fursuit making, video production, like myself, or photography. Anyways, today I plan to show off some of my first quote-unquote amateur art pieces that I've drawn over the past few months as a result of wanting to expand my personal horizons. Just a warning from now, this art I plan to share today isn't necessarily the next Mona Lisa or Starry Night. So, that might be raising the question as to why this video exists and why I shouldn't just throw it out. Well, I thought we'd all need some cheering up, and I thought it would be fun to share some of what I've been doing during this time of uncertainty. So, let's begin, shall we? So, here's my first sketch of obviously my persona, Nova. My struggles here were getting the shape of his face correct. It took several attempts to get this correct. Some of the early results were pretty interesting. The hair also was a tad difficult to pull off. As with many people, hair and fur is a very difficult thing to draw. If you couldn't tell, this next piece here was based off of one of my favorite video game franchises of all time, Persona! The origin for this piece being from the battle UI of Persona 4 and the party members. They are all surrounded by this yellowish gold highlights with their HP and SP bars being displayed below. My main reasons for making this art piece is to first off as a tribute to one of my favorite RPGs of all time, Persona 4, and as a way to try practicing a side view of Nova, as it was something I've never drawn before. I'm pretty satisfied with how this turned out, although in the future I feel like I could pull off the hair a little better at this point, and looking back on this, I think the snout could be a little more improved and flush with the body. Besides from that, this is another one that I had fun drawing. I'm not going to spend that much time on this one since it was basically just a free-to-use line art from the DeviantArt user Gab Fox, which of course has been credited, and will definitely be used as a part of Nova's next ref sheet. Hint hint. Now, this next piece obviously is not Nova, but it's a sketch of my good friend Carmen. They're a really good friend of mine, and I decided to draw this for them as a friendship gift. Other reasons for wanting to draw this adorable bean include more practice with drawing animals that aren't catwolves like Nova, and also wanting to practice on front-facing characters. And by the way, Carmen, if you're watching this, you're an absolute bean. Here's another art piece that obviously is not Nova, but it is indeed another friend of mine's persona, Ungaki, which, as you can obviously see, is a protogen. The cases for drawing this piece are very similar to why I drew Carmen. It was a gift of friendship, and also another excuse to not draw catwolves. Honestly, this is probably my favorite piece I've drawn so far, and I'm really happy with how this turned out. And another shout out goes to Ongaki if you're watching this. Well, that's a wrap on Nova's self-critiquing of his own artwork. I honestly doubt that show's gonna get greenlit for season 2, but hey, we tried. All in all, is my art good? No. But am I proud of it? Yeah. I believe that now more than ever, it's easier than ever to get into art and learn how to draw with the advent of the internet. Hundreds upon thousands of tutorials are available right now. I recommend this extremely fleshed out tutorial from the well-known furry filmmaker Ash Coyote. A link to their video will be in the card suggestion above and description down below. And hey, if you really don't think art is something for you, remember that commissions are a thing, and there's several artists out there who can make your dream art piece a reality. But that's a story for another day. Thanks for watching, everyone, and as always, stay nautical.